Hey y'all, Aspin Eno here, coming at you from rainy North Carolina. Well, it's time again for another update of the Appalachian Trail class of 2019 through hikers. And this update's current as of February 23rd in the morning. I want to go ahead and welcome y'all that are new to the channel. If you've never been here before, this is where a lot of folks come to catch up on the news of what's been going on with the through hikers and get the list of through hikers that we're tracking. We're tracking over 200 social media accounts. There's a little bit of duplication in there, but it's well over 180 plus hikers that we're tracking. So you can find the new folks down in the description section below, and you can go to my Facebook page, Aspin Eno Roaming the Trails, and there you'll get the complete list of everybody that we've been tracking throughout the last couple months, and everybody that we'll be tracking all the way on their through hike on the Appalachian Trail all the way through. So check that out, and we hope you'll join us and subscribe, be a part of it. And that's the best way you can support these through hikers, and that's what we're all about, is supporting them, keeping them pumped up all the way throughout their journey. So the best way to do that is go down and hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notifications. Go and share that with other folks so that they'll do likewise, and then go over the Facebook page, get that list, and get the links to everybody's vlog or blog, and then go and support them and leave comments for them, positive feedback as they go on their journeys and take that trip of a lifetime that they've been looking forward to for so long. So hope you'll be a part of that, and just help us support the Appalachian Trail class of 2019 through hikers. So we'll go ahead and dive right in here. Hiker season is in full swing, and we have started on the climbing the hill of the apex, and the bubble is just exploding and getting bigger and bigger. So the current registrations, according to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, are NOBO. We had 1,740 that are registered NOBO starting at Springer, and that's up from 1,660 from last week. Flip-floppers, we got 86 up from 81 last week, and SOBO, folks that are starting at Titan, we've got 90 up from 75. So the SOBOs are starting to kick in. We'll be having some more of those. Don't expect near as many as you do NOBO, because NOBO is the traditional route, as you know. But they are picking up somewhat. So we went from 75 last week to 90 of this week. So right now there's over 1,916 folks that are registered for the trail, up from 1,816 from last week. So over 100 just in 1 week. The trail is maxed out on March 1st with 59 hikers. So the Appalachian Trail Conservancy says 50 is the maximum capacity, although they continue to register folks, and that doesn't include section hikers and day hikers and folks that aren't even registered with the ATC for their through hike. So it's maxed out with 59 on March 1st. April 1st there's 58, and just as we predicted, on March 18th, we've reached another day that the trail is maxed out, and there's 53 folks registered for March 18th. And I predict that there'll be another day, if not several days, that we'll see some maximum or over 50 folks that are registered for the trail. I was looking at one of the videos today from Radiate Joy, and there was no need for me to call down and find out how many folks had registered today, because her video looked to be pretty fresh. It was from this morning, and she was number 210. So appreciate the intel there, Radiate Joy. And so that means that she's tagged number 210. That means 210 folks have officially registered and are either on the trail or getting ready to start their through hike in the next day or so. So we're looking forward to that, and can't wait to see how those folks are doing. I want to go ahead and bring you an update. We added a lot of vloggers and bloggers to the list this week. So we'll just jump right in there. Millionaire Machinist, he's NOBO on the 4th of March. Dennis Gates is a veteran. He is NOBO on March 1st. Mulligan is NOBO on the 27th of February, so he's already out there. We got some catching up to do on his site to find him, but he's already on the trail, but he just found us. IronOG Outdoors is NOBO the 17th of February. We got some catching up to do with him. Julie Troughton Everyday Walks is sometime in February, so she may have already stepped off. We'll have to go check in with her. And Moose Liver is a new one. We'll talk about her in just a minute, but she stepped off in February, and she's also NOBO. We picked up a few Instagrammers. That Shawn Lee is NOBO the 8th of April. Punk is NOBO the 12th of April. Aspin Eno is NOBO the 20th of March. And Ed Corkran is NOBO the 21st of February. Aspin Eno also has a blog, and that is at brokroman.com/blog. And we picked up another blogger, 104 and Kit, and they are NOBO in May, and they're at Trail Journals, and you'll find that link along with all the other new links down in the description section. Punk also has a Facebook page. So if you are a new vlogger and I left you out, or you don't appear in our list, then please by all means get in touch with me. We want to support you all the way on your trip, and so but we can't do that if we don't know where your social media account is and where we can go and make comments. So please let me know you're there. If I missed somebody and you actually already told me one time, please tell me again. Sometimes I just get so caught up in trying to keep up with everybody that I may forget to go and add you. So please don't hold that against me. I apologize for that, and just go ahead and tell me again. Also, thanks to all the subscribers and everybody who's letting me know the folks I've missed and when people have stepped off, and the corrections that people have made about when they're stepping off. I greatly appreciate those, and please keep those coming. That's the thing I like about the hiker community. This is a community effort, and so I want everybody to be involved as much as possible. The weather report, conditions are going to be based around the conditions at Springer, further north at Franklin, and into Knoxville. And that's kind of where everybody is centrally focused now since they stepped off in January. And the weather is going to be pretty much the same in all of those locations. If you can get through today being Saturday, and tomorrow Sunday, then the rest of the week moving forward is looking to be a pretty good week. Sunday's going to be rain. Of course, we're going to get rain again today. But after Sunday, the week's looking a lot better. The percentages of rain go markedly down in the 10s and 20s and maybe a couple 40s, but as long as it's under 50%, then I'm good with that. But also the temperatures are starting to normalize. Temperatures at night, the first of the week, are going to be hovering right around freezing, just maybe barely below freezing. But you know, 29, 30, 31 doesn't stay down that long for a very long length of time. And so water bottles and boots and things like that are not going to get a hard freeze to them. But I'd still be sleeping with that, and batteries in the phone, and your phones, because in your battery packs, because those will lose charge in the colder temperature. So you may still have to be sleeping with some of that. But the highs during the day is going to be in the 50s and 60s, and then after the first of the week, it's going to be above freezing. And the lows at night will be in the be in the high 40s, it'll be in the high 30s, low 40s. So that's certainly doable and comfortable in your winter sleep gear that you should be having right now. So it's going to be a good week coming up. Looking forward to the videos instead of seeing nothing but gloom and rain and Appalachian Trail turned into a creek. We look forward to seeing your views and what you're seeing, and the long distance views, and just the sunshine that you're going to have moving forward for the rest of this week. Lots of people out there making videos right now that still haven't hit the trail, and lots of final videos, lots of gear videos. And as the channel now updates are shifting more to the folks that are on the trail, just because we just can't track every single all the 200 plus accounts out there that we're tracking and make comments about them during this video. It'd just be way too long. It's already probably too long for a lot of folks. So so the channel's shifting more to the folks that are actually out there on the trail. But the folks that have not got on the trail yet, please go to their website. We still want to comment on there, keep them pumped up and comment on their videos, and let them know that we're excited about what they're doing and what they're getting ready to experience. So for the hikers on the trail that have updated, I'll go over them right now. We've got about 24 folks that we're tracking that are on the trail, and not all of those folks have got an update. So you won't hear me list 24 people, but Underdog on the Appalachian Trail. Now I don't know what type of satellite dish he's toting, or what type of, he must have a car battery with an inverter that he's got up there, because he drops videos constantly. So Underdog on the Trail, we're loving your videos. We appreciate those, and appreciate the ones you've showed us, the trail conditions and your comments and everything, and just keep them coming. James, let's see. So Underdog on the Trail, though, their last known pause was at Rock Gap Shelter, and he's past the 100-mile mark, and they are probably north of Franklin, heading into the knot by now. James Bilger, his last known was just north of Trade Gap. Wrong Way, we'll be chatting about him a little more extensively later in the video, but he has been somewhere around Station E there in Roan Mountain, and he is heading on toward Irwin. Bear Bag, he is probably at Neal Gap. His last known was at Blood Mountain's Cabin, so yes, he is definitely at Neal Gap, and he's heading for Low Gap by now. Jerzee Rednecks, they were hiking with Acto later, but they lost her at Neal Gap, and then they hooked up with Stalling Bear, and so they are north of Blue Mountain Shelter and continuing on. Artemis, she is through Georgia and into North Carolina, and she's coming into Franklin by now. So we're excited for Artemis. She gave Georgia her special salute, and I encourage you to go and check out her videos. Pork Chop and Applesauce, their last known pause was north of Unicoi Gap, and they plan to Nero in Hiawassee. Pork Chop and Applesauce, their video, they have a great video out that gives you kind of insight into the mental aspects of the trail. So we know the trail is physically challenging, but it's also very mentally challenging. I would say so, particularly in the beginning, than it is more so getting on toward you know, the end part of the middle part. Toward the end, you're looking forward to it. You know, to get into Katahdin, you can taste it, you can smell it. The middle is very challenging, and all of it's mentally challenging. But the first part, you're kind of getting acclimated mentally to the trail. So I'd go and check out Pork Chop and Applesauce's video. And Pork Chop, I appreciate you sharing with us the way you did and just being so open and honest. And we look forward to more of your videos like that. BMA, that's my trail name for Because I Am MaryAnne. She has made it to Neal's Gap. Congratulations, BMA. And she is out for a few days with her hubby, kind of touring through the area, and she's going to be getting back on the trail shortly. So we look forward to that, BMA. Dudley DoRight, is his last known pause was at Springer. Halo Fernandez, he is up and over Blood Mountain. Wonder Woman, Christy, Annette, and Lynn, they have landed on the East Coast from Denver, and they are on the trail. I think they started yesterday, so they have not had time to give us an update, but we look forward to that, Wonder Woman. Acto later is somewhere around Dix Creek, and she may be coming into North Carolina, be already through North Carolina, or through Georgia, and into North Carolina, maybe coming into Rock Gap or somewhere around Franklin by now. Papa John started. We didn't have a specific date, but we have tracked him on the YouTube channel, and he has gave us his video gave us a good perspective of all the down trees down in Georgia. And his last known was at Blood Mountain Shelter, so we're sure he's at Neal's now. Eastern Backpacking has also made it over Blood Mountain. As is typical with any Appalachian Trail thru hiker class, we have some folks that have to come off the trail. Some get back on and some don't. So we'll go ahead and run through those there that we know are off the trail. Jay Hiker, we were a little concerned about him. We didn't have any updates from him, and but he has dropped a few videos here lately that place him somewhere south of Newfound Gap, so he's probably north of Newfound Gap, going through the Smokies now. But he did indicate that everything was fine. So Jay, you had a lot of folks that are worried sick about us. Let us know what the heck's going on next time. But seriously, we are glad that everything's fine with you, and look forward to your continued videos. Moose Liver, she's off. She has had to go and reconfigure her pack and her pack weight and maybe some equipment. Her pack weight was going to be a little more than she wanted to carry for 2,190 miles. So that's smart to make those changes now, Moose Liver, before you get hurt or something. So we'll look for you somewhere around the 1st of March. Stalling Bear's had to get off because he's had some issues back home that he needs to go take care of, that only he can take care of. And so Stalling Bear, we hope everything's going good for you back home and you're getting those things straightened out, and our hearts and prayers go out to you, and we'll keep you on our minds, and just all the best to you. Look forward to your adventures on the trail in some capacity. Otzi Hiker, he is in Knoxville, And as you recall, that he had to get off for a knee injury in Knoxville, and then that turned into a several overnight stays in the hospital due to possible meningitis. And now he is out of the hospital, and he is going to be getting back on the trail after a little bit of recuperation March 1st. So, Otzi, we look forward to seeing you there. I know that you indicated that you, in your last video, that you were going to be trying to spruce up your videos and make them a little more interesting. But, Otzi, I would encourage you to stay true to yourself and just you be you. Because your videos are great. We appreciate your videos, appreciate who you are. Don't try to be somebody you're not. You're a through hiker, and that's all we need to know, and we enjoy your videos just the way you are. So just keep up the good work. Look forward to your continued hiking on the trail. Hikers starting next week, we have Outdoor Adventures is February 23rd. Craig Main starts his NOBO. He's NOBO, but he's doing his NOBO yo-yo starting February 25th. Rascals on the Trail is NOBO March 1st. Dennis Gates is NOBO March 1st. Doze on the Trail is NOBO March 2nd. Grizz in the Woods is NOBO March 1st. Hiking with Finger Toes is NOBO March 1st. Hot Mess Hiker is NOBO March 1st. You see a trend here, folks? Wonder Woman and Christy are already on the trail, and we're NOBO somewhere around February 21st. Eric Hamus is NOBO March 2nd. Mike and Kathy are NOBO February 27th. Dennis Gates, NOBO March 1st. Ed Corkran is NOBO the 24th of February, and Radiate Joy starts tomorrow. So we appreciate y'all getting started. Look forward to your videos. A little bit of news from the trail. The Appalachian Trail kickoff starts March 1st and runs through March 3rd at Amicalola Falls State Park, and that is the first official or unofficial, what have you, the first hiker celebration that happens this year. So I'm going to be there. I'll leave a link, a card up here that you can click on that and go to my video on that, get you a little more information on the ATKO, and look forward to meeting people in the real world there and just sitting around and just being part of a great hiker community. Jerzee Rednecks were hiking with Actol later, but they lost her at Neil Gap, and they hooked up with Stalin Bear at Blue Mountain Shelter, and of course he had to leave the trail. So Jerzee Rednecks, we look forward to continuing watching you on your hike. Wrong Way gave us a good report. Wrong Way's kind of my intel out there on the front leading edge. He was hiking around the Roan Mountain area and using the Station 19E as his home base for a while. And he said that there was ice on both sides of Roan Mountain near the top. So Roan Mountain, of course, there's higher elevations there, some of those approaching 6,000 feet. So it's going to get icy up there when the temperature drops. And so he indicated it would have been a good idea to have micro spikes, but he didn't have any. It was a little sketchy without them, but he did make it through there. So he did say the balls were really muddy and slippery, and north of 19E it was really muddy, and there was quite a few blowdowns through there that the trail maintainers had not gotten to yet. So Wrong Way, we appreciate that intel. He said that he is going to see what the trail's like starting today, going up through Watauga area, and that last night was his last night at Station E, and he'll be heading on up to Boots Off Hostel next. So Wrong Way, we appreciate the trail intel you're giving us out there, and keep it up, buddy. Some cool happenings on the channel. Had a gear manufacturer that sent me a piece of gear that I'm going to be reviewing. They know who they are if they're watching. I appreciate that, and I will be getting that review out as soon as I get back out on the trail. Many of you remember that I had planned to be out on the trail this weekend, and unfortunately, the 70% and 90% chance of rain, I just didn't care anything about going out there and starting the first hike of the year without the views where I was going. So I was going to be going up through an area that had a lot of views, and I'm excited about that, and just didn't want to go there without being able to see them. So I'm not on the trail. Next week I'll be at ATKO, and then the week after that, all things the weather's good or halfway decent, I'll be back on the trail. So look forward to sharing that journey with you as I go through that. Lots of folks in the hiker community have told me they're going to ATKO. I can't say that. ATKO, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. we opened up a new section on the channel there, Hikers Helping Hikers, and I'll leave those links down in the description section, so I won't repeat them. We haven't got any new ones, but I will repeat the one about trail magic from home, and that is through the Station 19E website. You can buy a hiker a beer, which they call Pour It Forward. You can buy him food, breakfast. You can even buy him bunk space. So I would encourage you to go out there and do that. Right now they have 60 items that people have bought for hikers coming through there. Only about 3 or 4 have been claimed, but we do have the hiker bubble coming, and those 60 will go really quick. So I'm not affiliated with all the Station 19E. Don't get any kickbacks from them, but I would appreciate y'all. If you can't get out there and do trail magic, actually literally on the trail, then you can do it from home, and please go and do that through the station. Hopefully there's some other hostels out there watching, and maybe they'll start the same program down south and up north and in the middle, and we can put them on the channel as well as Hikers Helping Hikers, and you can go to their websites and do trail magic from the comfort of your own home. We also started the Trail Magic Notice Central, so this is kind of a place that we started there on the channel to give notice where there's going to be large trail magic like hiker feeds, and so far the only one we've got is a hiker feed March 29th and 30th at Burningtown Gap in North Carolina by the Green Mountain Brigade. So we do that to try to prevent there to be a redundancy and 2 hiker feeds coming together at one time, and that way maybe we can spread it out over particular weeks or particular areas, and so that more people can get hiker trail magic where they can. So take advantage of that. If you're going to be doing a trail feed or some other large trail magic like that, we would greatly appreciate you letting us know and allowing us to put that down there and kind of being that trail magic central for large items or large events like that. All right, well, that's about it for this week. I appreciate y'all hanging in there, folks. And as always, appreciate you, and we'll see you out.